Welcome everybody to Rethink Gaming Sunday Night RPGs featuring Icewind Dale, Rime of the Frostmaiden, played through Discord and Fantasy Grounds. Thanks as always to Sirenscape for the amazing atmosphere and music. Make sure you check them out at www.sirenscape.com. You've just got to be using it at your gaming table. If you want to support this content, please consider joining us on Patreon or checking out Rethink Gaming on DM's Guild. Let's begin. When last we played, the team was in Bryn Shander, and they had just finished a visit with the speaker. They were on their way north, looking for a psi crystal to hopefully help some gnomish tentacle monsters.
For unclear reasons.
I think our reasons are very clear. We want a spaceship, but we have to make it work first.
Yeah.
What would we like to do first this evening?
Right.
Didn't we learn of something else that was to the north as well?
Yes,
that was requesting our attention.
A couple rumors went out.
There were the gem mines and Tourmaline.
What was that, Phil?
There were the gem mines and Tourmaline.
Right.
But what we had looked for was the Comet Bryn Shander. Then we were going to go to Targos. So what we learned about our goblins have a camp or something at the mountain pass for the Tan Trail. The shield dwarves are on a warpath. We don't know why. The Tourmaline mine is shut because there's a kobold problem. I have the speaker missing for Caer Dinerval. Caer Koenig, Torgus needs help with vandals. I have an old black cabin to the north of Bryn Shander. There's a gnome named Copper. Something like the House of the Morning Lord. And then if we go to Bremen, there's a sunken, frozen pirate ship. Those are the ones that I have listed.
Is that all?
I got 7 after last week, which was very productive. I got 7 quests available to us.
Did I hear right that two of those were in Targus?
No, Torgus is the name of a guy. And he wants us to help with vandals in Caer Koenig. And the other one that started with a T was in Tourmaline. That's one of our oldest quests, that their mine was shut because of a kobold problem. So from where we are now, we're in Bryn Shander, and we said our next stop was in Targos. I don't remember why we were going to go to Targos afterwards, though.
That probably has something to do with that they're the other city that's sacrificing people. I don't think it was quest related per se.
I would go kobold hunting.
Tourmaline is up north, so we could do I think it was the Black Cabin. That's the gnome named Copper that we would talk to. And then I believe that it was that there were gnomes at the mine in Tourmaline, and they shut it because of kobolds. So we could go from here to hit the Black Cabin, see where that takes us, and then go up to Tourmaline, heading to the north. But I thought we still had the goal of trying to stop people from sacrificing. That would take us to Targos.
Sounds like a clear path to me, but you're the manager. I'm just the muscle.
Well, if I'm managing, I want to manage by committee. So what does everybody else think? I mean, just to the north of Bryn Shander will save travel time, so we could probably hit that. And unless it's a major, long-standing event for that Black Cabin, we could still make our way up to Tourmaline same day in theory. Tourmaline from Bryn Shander 6 hours. So if we have an early start, hit the Black Cabin, we could probably do both in one day.
You're going to
I
go
don't wanna-
through Targos on the way.
Yeah, it's 2 to Targos and then 4 to Tourmaline. So I say we just head out to Targos and see where that gets us. And if we don't get very far, we know where we're going next.
Well, the Black Cabin to the north of Bryn Shander is kind of where we are, right? Do we want to bypass that? Go hit Targos, talk to the speaker on the brief, and then boogie up the Tourmaline? Or do we want to do the Black Cabin and...
Well, actually, I
I'm
think
just
you
gonna
may
be-
have your clues a little confused. There's a priest in Bryn Shander that may have some information about the Black Cabin, but it's not in Bryn Shander or near it.
Okay, so that's where we would need to go see the gnome Copper at the House of the Morning Lord. About the Black
Gotcha.
Cabin.
Yeah, let's get more information on that first.
All right. Well, why don't we go see
Yeah,
Copper at the House of the Morning Lord? Everyone all for that?
Yeah.
Sounds good.
Alrighty.
And I believe we have Squeak the Sleigh. We have our full entourage with us, don't we? Everyone but the Chewinga and that's still back in East Haven.
That's right.
Or Goodmead.
Okay, so the House of the Morning Lord is a long house in the northeast corner of Bryn Shander. Not far from the market up there. It's emblazoned with the markers of the god of the sun. And you can hear prayers to the light being recited from inside.
Hey, Tom, and these are your people. You want to see about this?
Come and follow the thunder.
I don't
Sorry,
know.
what kind of creatures are these
Well, right now they're voices.
voices? Okay.
You are outside of the temple.
We're looking to meet a gnome named Copper here.
Hmm. I could go in under the guise of just doing temple recon, like just a religious investigation, I guess.
Little horny guys with horns usually don't go into churches without problems happening. So,
Nice. Sure, I'll go in as just an inquisitive cleric.
They might try and pray the Fae away.
The what?
Pray the Fae away?
Pray
No.
the Fae away.
if you want me to leave,
Try the fairway.
You could just say so. Satyr or Fey creatures, just saying.
Oh, okay. I thought we were going for like a really long, like I don't pray that Fae, like some kind of weird joke. I don't know.
Somebody got sent to the wrong summer camp and is still bitter, huh?
Yes.
I just said I like show tunes.
Nice. I will go in and use my natural perception to see what I can see.
Okay, inside you see a small group of humans and a half-elf all singing softly to a shrine of the sun. They're all decked in the white robes with golden sun of the thunder. They take no note of you as you enter the building.
what was the half elf doing?
Also singing or intoning prayers.
So does this seem like so they're praying or worshiping of some kind?
Yes.
Hmm. Is this like they're by some sort of dais or altar? Like, are they sitting?
They are, yes. So inside the building, it's clear that this is a converted house. The rooms are smaller than they otherwise would be, but what would have been the great room is a worship space. There are quite a few pews. The altar is in the back of the great room near the fireplace.
Is there an observational area toward the front of this room where one could sit and observe the prayers without
Yes.
necessarily interrupting, but still being conspicuous and
Yes.
sort of giving the half elf the eye? Like, I have a question when you're done.
There are many rows of wooden benches. The ones in the back are clearly not as well used as the ones in the front.
I will go sit on one of the very very not worn benches in the front.
You're going to go sit in one of the front benches?
Yes.
Okay.
And do we think this song is winding down, or is this like a day-long chant?
Well, one of the women who is singing has noticed you. She makes a sign to the Morning Lord and steps towards you, bowing slightly. Welcome, child.
Bow deferentially as well. And say, greetings. I would always consider myself one of the sons of Moradin, but it never stopped me from investigating other practices and such, you see.
Yes, all who wish worship Amontar are welcome here.
And this lady is of what race?
She's human. She's
Human.
probably approaching her 50s. She has a knife scar that goes from below her right eye to the bottom of her jaw.
A knife scar that goes from the bottom of her right eye?
Mm-hmm. To
Yes,
the bottom
she's
of
a
her
bad
jaw.
cook.
Interesting. So we're looking for a Cooper, or wait, is this someone's name Copper? Or is it a Copper gnome?
A gnome named Copper is all we
Okay.
know. And it's regarding the old black cabin in some trouble.
So let's see. I'll say, thanks for the welcome. It's always nice to have a place where those with any past at all may find respite and rebirth. I was passing through looking for a gnome named Copper. Would you happen to know of him?
Who, may I ask, is asking?
Just a traveler, an adventurer. My name is Toman.
This is a house of worship. We don't want any problems.
Interesting. I wouldn't be myself looking for problems either, but I was told he would just have information for us, but should we be concerned about trouble if we were to speak with Copper?
He's a good man. And I rent the attic to him, even though he worships Lathander.
Let's see. Would I know what that means? Would Toman know what the implications are of that particular god?
Religion check, DC 10.
Here, look. Nope.
Yeah,
I
all
see.
that all that you might understand at this point is that you thought you were in a house to the thunder.
Just out of curiosity, Bob, since we talked about this the whole way there, is there any chance that we might have discussed this in advance where my history and or religion half proficiencies might have come into play that he would have known?
I don't think so. Not unless you're in there with him and heard what she said. Now, as a sidebar, I don't think this part is incredibly important to the module. So, just to lift the veil a little bit, I don't know why this is written this way, so don't read too much into it, but it's a thing.
Yeah, so basically, it sounds like she's disparaging the house we thought we were entering, that I thought I was entering.
Yes.
So I picked up that much from context clues. Interesting. So, Luthander, you say? I'm not that familiar with that particular deity.
Lathander, the usurper of the light.
I see. And this house here is worshipping the light.
We worship the Morning Lord, Amuantor.
Would that be a specific person? Sorry for the questions. I'm curious as a cleric myself how these things work.
We in the north know the god of the sun as Amuantor. And we wish to see the sun regain its rightful place in the sky over Icewind Dale. We do not participate in this vile ice worship to Aurel.
I see. So what do you think of these sacrifices that have been made to Aurel?
They confound the problem.
Yes, I can see. Confusing and giving power to Aurel.
You must not appease evil. You must oppose it, regardless of the law.
These things are somewhat foreign to me, but I have a familiarity from some time ago. You would sort of give side-eye look at the half-elf, and it's going to look quizzically or try to see if there's anything, see if we would perceive anything from the half-elf, or if there's a half-elf still singing.
You can tell from her golden radiance that she's clearly descended from a sun elf.
Interesting. Well, I would love to banter theology with you more, but I'm afraid I have come seeking Copper. Would he be nearby?
One second. You are bearing your Dwarven God's emblem, right?
It would be on the shield on my back. Yeah, so I think I made mention of Morden when I walked in.
Morden.
But yeah, the emblem, his emblem would be on my shield.
Okay. Well, as we know Moradin to be just and fair, I don't mind telling you, the little one is upstairs in the attic. It has its own entrance on the far west side of the building.
I thank you. And as I mentioned, we're just here to ask some information. We have no quarrel or beef with Copper, which, as far as I know, is true. So I'm not actually glad.
Be cautious of the ladder. He built it himself.
Understand. As a maker of things, I do appreciate that, and can always appreciate fine craftsmanship. Thanks for the warning about it being not quite up to par.
You may worship as long as you like. And when you are finished, please go in peace with the Morning Lord's warmth in your heart.
And may the fires of Moradin warm you in this place, in your quest for light. I think he would maybe sit for a minute, think about a few things, remembering,
Okay.
and then walk out.
While sitting on the pew, it comes into Tommen's mind how to make his legs longer.
Nice.
Okay. So, after you're done with your period of reflection, do you go and find your friends in the snow?
Yep, give them the information and relay a bit of the theological conversation to Phil. Maybe he can help me make a little bit more sense of it. And then relay the location of a little known in the attic and the fact that there's an entrance on the west side. But caution the group that I've said we're just here for information, so they want no trouble. We should be able to just have a conversation, hopefully, and not rough up the little fellow. He seems to be maybe a pet or something. He's taking up residence here.
Oh, come on now, Tommen. Since when do we cause trouble? You didn't happen to get the half-sun elf priestess's name, did you?
Goodness. I don't think we got her name. Just saw. I don't think we just saw her.
All right, I'll start walking the perimeter towards the west side, looking for a rickety entrance to an attic.
Yes, you see a ladder made of pipes that have been either threaded or soldered together in varying places.
And approximately how high is the landing?
There is no landing. It goes up to a window, which has been converted into a door, some sort of makeshift hatch being attached.
Anybody want to risk climbing that, or should I do a mirthful leap and hope I can grab the wall?
How high up is it?
The hatch is about 12 feet above the ground. I mean, it's just a ladder. It's trivial to climb it. I won't make you make a check.
I was gonna say I'm tall enough that's just about another 3-foot toss of a person.
Always wants to
That-
throw me. He always wants to throw me.
Well, you didn't seem keen on climbing the ladder. That's our next best option.
Sigurd, lift me up, and I'll rap on the door.
No. I want to see this toss.
I climb the ladder and knock on the door. I feel like the beginning of the Wolf of Wall Street, like the guy putting his helmet on.
So the ladder definitely rocks a bit under your weight. It would not be wise to have more than one of you on it at a time, but it does bear your weight up to the hatch. You knock on the door, and you can feel that it's incredibly solid, and you don't get the sense that the sound of your knocking passed through it.
Is there a mail slot?
There is not. There's not even a pull on this side. You'll have to stick your fingers under the boards to pull the door open. And from this angle, it's not quite clear which way it swings.
I attempt to do so using the fingers that I value the least.
Okay, it's quite heavy, and you realize that there is cotton batting on the inside. as you get the door to come open, you can hear the whir, clicks, and bangs of machinery inside. And you understand now that the entire attic has been padded for sound.
Okay. Well, as I make my way through whatever entrance, portal, narrow passage through the batting there is, I call for Copper to see if he's there. Copper, here boy.
Make a perception check.
Alrighty.
You see a
Ish.
fat, round bear peek its head out from behind a stack of cogs and hide back behind it again.
A bear.
Yes, brown bear from the looks of it, but you just got a glimpse.
I venture in further, cautiously, kind of got my hands up like, easy there, fella. Still making sure there's a clean line of sight back to that door, thinking I can Indiana Jones my ass out of it.
You hear a voice saying, "What are you doing in my home?"
Would you be Copper?
The bear sticks its head from behind the stack, and you can just see a gnome's face peeking out from underneath the bear's head. Apparently, he's wearing some kind of bear suit. Who's asking?
Well, it's me, Philo Jalouche. Just a couple questions, just here to help. We're friends.
Tell that old battle axe I'm being as quiet as I can.
Nobody was complaining about anything, Copper. Take it down a notch. We're here to help. A couple of our friends told us that you might need some help. Something about an old black cabin that was really creepy as hell. We're here to help.
Oh, come in, come in.
Oh, yeah. Well, I've got a big group with me. You want to talk to all of us? Because your ladder ain't going to get a couple of us in.
That's a fine ladder. I made it myself.
You haven't seen Sigger.
About this time, a clockwork springs and a gear goes flying across the attic.
I catch the spring and hand it to him.
Thank you.
So, yeah, come on over here. I got some friends outside who'd love to chat with you.
I don't mind to go outside. My suit keeps me nice and warm.
Just don't make any sudden movements. And as I go out first, I say, he's dressed like a bear. Don't judge.
You can hear whirring and clicking as he walks. There's little puffs of steam coming out from the seams. You see a little rock gnome peeking out from underneath of what used to be a bear and is apparently amply stuffed to be nice and fat. He waddles out into the snow ahead of you.
Wait, is this like a stuffed bear mech? Like a steampunk bear suit?
Well, there's no steampunk pieces that you can see, but you do get the notion that it's mechanically assisted and or warmed internally.
That's cool.
So you've come to ask me about the cabin.
We were told that you needed help. We're
I
here to offer
don't.
help.
But my old man Macretus does.
Macretus, huh? Tell us more.
Well, he's an inventor. Not as good as myself, but working on it. And he's got a machine. Says it's going to put a stop to all of this.
Okay. And where can we find this cabin? And what would he need help with?
Well, I haven't heard from him in far too long. And as you can tell, the sun ain't out. So, something's happened.
So maybe you just need a little bit of security, on your way to go check on him. Is that what you're thinking? Obviously, you'll be warm out here.
I couldn't possibly leave my experiments. I told him the same.
So do you want us to go check on him for you? Is that what you're asking?
Well,
What
that
can we do
would
to help?
certainly make me rest well, and I'd say a prayer to Lathander for you.
Well, while we certainly appreciate a good blessing, what else can you do for us if we're to run this errand for you?
Well, I don't know. Do you need a watch? He reaches into his bear suit and pulls out a timepiece. Made it myself.
Do a quick insight check here. Is that thing going to have any value whatsoever, or is that thing going to blow a gasket as soon as we walk 3 steps?
It's already smoking.
How about some funding? These trips, they're expensive.
Well, I give about everything I have to rent or iron from the stupid black iron shop.
Huh?
I
Well, that's
haven't.
actually something. Coming again?
I haven't much I can share. Macretus would, though. He was well funded. It's not easy to make a weather controlling device out of Netherese artifacts.
Netherese, what's that?
Ancient people, long ago, lived in these lands, left behind pieces of technology. Really exciting stuff.
All right. Well, I'll tell you what. You seem like a nice guy. You got one hell of a bear suit going. So, how about you lend me that bear suit for one evening, and we'll call it a deal.
What? Well,
Just one night.
I suppose I could think about it. Do you understand technology?
Oh, you could say I'm a jack of all trades.
Well, not everything I make is user friendly, you see. I focus on function first and refinement later.
Not a problem. I'm sure I can perform every function I want to.
Oh, okay.
I roll my persuasion check just to layer this in.
Yeah, come on back inside. It's at least warmer in there.
The rest of the team sees me go inside and come out smoking a cigarette and go, all right, boys, let's go find a cabin. And yes, it only took about 2 minutes.
Wait, what?
What? Not gonna ask.
Yeah, that happened. Yeah, no, it totally happened. So, onto the cabin, right?
Yeah, I guess so.
Wait, you defiled the bear suit?
Well, yes, I did.
Okay, then. The poor rock gnome is flabbergasted. And he immediately goes to cleaning it.
You may get rid of the mess, but you'll never lose the shame.
Hellman thinks to himself, well, I guess it was only a little trouble.
Okay.
Should I detect evil?
Detect sexiness? I don't know. I don't know how that works. Where to?
We still haven't figured out where the cabin is.
Oh, he whispered it to me. I know exactly where the cabin is.
It's about 4 or 5 hours north of Tourmaline.
North of Tourmaline?
Yes.
Oh, well, it's in the direction we're going then. Sweet.
Okay, any more business in town?
I'm all good.
Does anybody want to stop at a magic store, maybe get a couple of them healing potions or any other goodies?
What's this magic store you speak of?
God damn it. On to the cabin then.
Someone's going to try to figure out all the names of those deities and what that meant. They all seemed like sun deities to him, but he was still confused as to why there was animosity between them.
Okay. Yeah, I'd let you maybe check again after a rest. Yeah, so there's the smithy, and that's about it. Fishing supplies and such. Stuff you would need to live out here, but nothing terribly interesting in this town. So you guys getting on the road?
Before we leave,
moving.
actually, I'd like to send an emissary to deliver a message. So I'll whip out a piece of paper, write a note to what was her name? Danica Graysteel, the person who's there with the Chewinga.
Yeah, in Goodmead?
Yeah, I want to send a message back to her, asking her to touch base with Olivessa, just to make sure that the town knows that we're thinking about them even while we're not there, kind of deal. And I didn't want to get elected and just vanish on them. So just make sure that they know that their interests are being represented in the other cities, and keep an eye on things and send word through emissary if anything that we should know about takes place.
Okay. You pay the courier, I assume?
I will pay the courier, and I'm going to enclose 5 silver in the message or in the envelope, just so she knows that, like, if she has any expenses or if she needs anything, if she needs to send an emissary, she's funded to do so. And I'll give him 5 silver for the effort. Pay a little extra for a little discretion.
Okay.
That's 10 silver.
Sounds good.
And I think our next stop was Targus.
Any other business before we head to Targus?
None for me.
2 hours down the path, not far at all, lies the walled city of Targus. The road does not actually go through it, so you do have that little fork. You could decide not to stop and just keep on going to your destination. There's an inn, there's a tavern, there's a general store.
So, guys, do we want to stop in at Targus and talk to the speaker and start picking up that whole line? Or do we want to try and solve Tourmaline and the Black Cabin and maybe hit this on the way back to redeem those quests?
Yeah, I say let's deal with the cabin and the mine, and then catch Targos on the return.
Agreed.
Same.
And Phil decides to write a new song on the road to Tourmaline in B minor.
On the road to Tourmaline.
Right?
I can't wait to get on the road to Tourmaline. Does this pause represent the long trip to Tourmaline?
It does.
I think everyone's
did
trying to think of another verse that involves like a furry suit.
I thought you were going to wear the suit. I was just sure.
Yeah, you so thought I was, didn't you?
Really did?
I'm sorry if I let you down, Bob, but I'm not above that.
You're all good. Okay.
You sound like a real elected official.
I actually, deep down, as soon as he mentioned the fact that there's an open political position, I chose to play Phil the rest of the time as Anthony Weiner.
Oh boy,
You haven't taken any pictures yet, though.
does that technology exist? Don't give him any ideas.
I actually do have minor illusion, so
Looking for a sound file. 1 second.
this the clip from Wayne's World where everyone goes swing.
As you get about 3 hours out, almost to your destination of Tourmaline, a mighty blizzard begins to blow up, seemingly out of nowhere.
Are we to the wood yet, or is it we're still on the road?
You're still on the road. So
My
on the
Studley
map, you're about halfway through that laked portion of the road. Right here.
Yeah, I was trying to look for shelter. I don't see it.
Do
Bob, can you
we have
share
our
that
sled
map
with
because I
us?
have fat finger?
Yes, your sled, your helper, everything is with you.
So I guess we whip up an insta shelter, build something around, a nearby tree using some rope and whatnot, and build a shelter around the sleigh or whatnot.
You can build a shelter out of the snow. Maybe.
Not doing great with your survival check.
That's all right, guys. I'll show you how to do it.
Okay, you're struggling to build a shelter. Something heavy is walking on the ground, and it's actually causing the snow to settle with each step.
Seems,
I'm trying to determine what exactly that might be. It's an investigation.
You see a man frozen in a saddle, surrounded by fresh snow.
I grab Sigger by the wrist and drag him with me because I'm not going to do this alone. And walk over and try to hail the frozen mounted man.
Anybody else going?
Yeah, Tourmaline's going.
Yes, I will go.
Yeah, I grab a tail and I tag along.
Okay.
I'll go as well.
So as you approach, Sigurd steps through the powdered snow onto something leather but hard as steel that shudders under his boot. Everyone make a dexterity saving throw.
Oh, my specialty.
This is something I can see, right?
Something you can feel.
Is it trap?
Does that apply? Danger sense?
Yeah, does danger sense apply?
Yes, you can use it for your saving throw, I suppose. That's fine.
So there's no effect for that? Just click the advantage button on the bottom left.
Or just roll again if you've already rolled.
Yeah, you can do that too.
But a dex save is in order, sir.
There you go.
Okay, anybody less than a 22 falls prone as this gigantic thing bursts up out of the snow and roars in your direction.
I roar back.
Stop, John, me!
Well, that'd be most of us, I guess.
Excuse us. Sorry.
Just passing through. Just no worries.
She grins with teeth the size of long swords. What do you think, Melathrond? Oh, I suppose. She turns to you. Melathrond says you should run. And her voice is shaking the very snow around.
I think that's sound advice.
She is probably ancient by size. She's gargantuan.
I feel like this is a bit of a redundant ask, but sense evil?
Yes, she is evil. Not overwhelmingly evil, but evil nonetheless.
I would like to cast Calm Emotions.
Okay. Is anyone not running away?
I'm running.
I'm leaving.
Tourmaline grabs his shield and is now, like, trying to slide away. Is there any elevation we can use to my advantage to try to shield board away faster?
Sure. Yes.
No. I am tobogganing on my shield.
Yeah, no, I'm standing my ground.
Yeah, I'm going to hop on the shovel that I have in my inventory, and I'm going to kind of mimic the sled.
Nope. I cast Calm Emotions.
Okay, your spell was not
Do a
effective on her.
And now I run for dear life.
I'm gonna buy my friend some time.
Okay. Let's get a map out here.
We can look around to see who's following him. Make sure we're all running.
Oops. Pull Cosgas out of here.
Someone playing Cosmic tonight.
Let's see here. Let's put her more in the middle of the map and move you guys. Have you start a little closer. Okay, are we doing that roll initiative thing?
Done.
For running away.
Is this for whose sled's the fastest?
I suppose it might be.
Wow. Yeah, it looks like I am running.
Now it's not applying my initiative 0, so I guess I'll have to throw a 1 up there.
You're on a shield. Your shield's better than my sled.
I have
Or my
disengaged.
jump.
Okay. I'm gonna say Cosgath is back with the sled. Wither would be first.
All right, the sled is south on the map.
Yes.
All right, I'm going to take off. 4, 5, 6, 7. 6, 7. And it's 8 squares or 7. I can't remember. Of movement normally.
Your normal speed, I think, is 6 squares.
6. Okay. Let me do this. All right.
Okay, she uses a legendary action to make a perception check. And yeah, Phil.
All right, since we're here and since this is happening, yeah. I'm gonna make a persuasion check and see if I can convince her to calm the F down and just maybe she doesn't have to kill us today.
Okay. She grins and looks very closely through frosted over eyes at Phil. Mark?
Running. I can. Let's see. Next to. Can I hold my run till? Let's see. Sigger and Phil have a chance to run away as well.
You can, yes.
Okay. I will. I don't even know. Is this the thing? Can you take like a full defensive position?
You can
For
use
like a
your
bonus
action
AC
to defend.
at all?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, so that is essentially what I'm doing. No weapon, just my shield. Waiting for them to like start the retreat so I can, provide some cover so that it'll get wiped out.
Okay. Cigarette.
Don't you dare say rage, Jerry. Don't you dare.
Oh, he's raging.
Oh, dude.
Okay, she flaps her wings as a legendary action. Let's see. Anybody under a 22 is pushed back 2 squares and prone.
I didn't
Nice
have.
job,
I
Bill. You were too small.
didn't have advantage on that.
I don't know, would you?
Let me double check it.
So Phil saved, for sure.
You're damn right. I'm the voice
It's
of
a
reason.
dex advantage on dex saving throws against effects I can see.
Okay. You throw it again. Or you throw it again? One of us does?
The top 150. Nope.
Okay. So yeah, you get blasted over in the snow.
I hold up 2 fingers in the form of a V and smile.
Okay. Zeno,
Is it technically still my turn?
it is your turn. Yeah, so legendary actions happen after other people's turns.
So just to be clear, Singer, you attack, right?
With my axe.
Yep. That,
Sorry, I had to step
Hear this?
away for a second. Did we all get like boosted away by something?
A legendary wing flap.
Ah,
2. I'm raging, correct?
Looks like it.
Yeah. And wrong one. Yeah, that's not good.
yeah, so you strike her hide and it's tough as iron. Your weapons do not make purchase in her skin.
I think I can do anything else. So, showed that physical weapons don't hurt, don't. My turn's over.
I said flee! She screams. Using her frightful presence ability against lots of people. Let's see here. Let's do this with the target. Can I control click? Oh wait, I have top. Shit. There. Neat. What do we got here? Okay, Zeno is frightened. Phil is frightened. Wither is not. Sigger is frightened. Mark is frightened. Tourmaline is frightened.
I'm very frightened.
Bunch of scaredy cats.
Alright. I'm gonna move slightly.
Given these new developments, can I go ahead and move
Yes.
away?
There. Let's cast.
So frightened means you have disadvantage on ability checks and attack rolls while the source of fright is within line of sight, and you can't willingly move closer to the source of its fear.
Would I kind of move laterally, but closer to Sigger?
Laterally, yes.
Okay.
You can
I think I'd
also
do it.
repeat the DC 16 Wisdom save at the end of your turn.
Okay.
Okay, I have moved a full, like, all movement away.
Okay.
So I can help Wither if he's in trouble.
Let's try to roll aid.
Remember, Wither's not afraid.
Alright. Sigger should get 10 hit points. Does that apply? Yeah.
It did.
So that's
It gave him 5 temporary hit points, yes.
an action. And for my bonus action, I will cast Shield of Faith on Sigger as well.
Okay.
We'll see what that does. Hold on. 2 spells, 1 first, 1 second, as an actual bonus action. Did that apply?
Doesn't
Shield of
look
Faith?
like it.
Did you get a +2 AC?
Doesn't look like it.
Oh wait, no, it was there. Yeah, now it's applied twice.
Yeah.
It's at least listed twice. I don't know if your actual AC or not.
I got one
Doesn't
of them
change on
removed.
the doesn't change on the character sheet. It might be there though.
Okay. May have to manually add it to your sheet.
I don't know. We'll see.
Were there?
All right. I guess I'm gonna try and help the party out. Let's throw some distraction that way, in the way of Scorching Ray. Okay. There's the first roll. Here's the second roll. Okay, let's do some damage. Alright, and here is the third roll. What's with the 5s?
What?
All right. So since my spells don't work, I'm going to make another persuasion attempt.
Well, she's saved against your spell. She's not immune to them per se, but
Oh, she just saved. All right. Well, I'm going to cast Calm Emotions. Or better yet, no, that's not worth it. All right. So I'm going to cast Calm Emotions. Who failed their save. And just kind of restate, this doesn't have to go down bloody. We can talk about this. Why did you seek us out?
Damn, like your stuff right now.
Hold on a second. She is not susceptible to calm emotions because it targets a group of humanoids. So you can have your spell slot back, but
What about would she be susceptible to charm person in that case?
no.
All right. Well, not giving up just yet. Could I cast suggestion? Would that be appropriate?
Checking? Yeah, suggestion works on creatures.
Okay. Well, could I have that last save? Because they're both Wisdom DC 12 saves, and that one she failed. Or do you want me to repass?
Sure.
I would like to make a suggestion that she just tell us what she really wants and lets us do something that will benefit her, as opposed to just slaughtering us and getting nothing beneficial out of it.
Okay. So your suggestion is what? Tell us what you want? You have to give her a directive that is reasonable and can be completed to the best of her ability.
Talk to us and find use for us instead of slaughtering us.
Okay. I'll think about this for a second.
It's better to... Oh my god, we're so going down.
Looking at something here, 1 second. Trying to see if there's any more information about what she even wants.
And just for the record, if this has anything to do with the meme earlier this week, I was kidding.
Okay, hold on. Okay, so she says, I have no need of you today. I merely seek to return to my horde. I must wait for the blizzard to pass, for my wings do not work in this blowing wind.
Well, maybe we could wait with you, as opposed to dying beneath your power?
I see no reason. But I see no reason not. It has been some time. Yes, some time indeed, since Metherond has had anyone to talk to of his own kind. Attack me no more, and I shall let you live.
All right.
We all hear this?
Yep. Oh, it's as loud as anything.
Okay. some secret animal conversation.
I cast Calm Emotions on the group. I can cast it without using a spell slot up to the number of my charisma modifier, which is +3. This is only my second use.
Okay, you guys can make saves or you can willingly fail them. It's up to you. This will remove your frightened condition if you fail.
I'm failing.
Willingly fail. Taking a deep breath.
Yep, I will fail as well.
I'm sorry, what was the save?
What is your spell?
I'm calming your emotions.
No, sorry, what was the save type?
Charisma? Wisdom.
It's a Wisdom DC 12.
You win this time.
I love it. He still wanted to take on the mighty dragon.
I have suppressed your strong emotions in a group of people. Yeah, that's all you really need to know. You guys are all chill. So with that, I clear a little space on the ground and try to start a little fire to sit beside.
As soon as you start a fire, she blows it out with frosty breath, chuckles to herself, and burrows back underneath the snow, leaving just the frozen corpse on her back.
So, Mellithron, how long have you been here in 10 Towns? What you're just going back to your horde. Where were you?
Maltharon does not respond.
What about our Veatras?
She is chilling beneath the snow.
Okay. We go back to the sleigh a good distance away and leave her in peace.
Ask her if she wants the saddle removed. See if she will reply.
Well, she comes out from the snow again, covering you all. What? What is this you say to me?
You have an encumbrance. I would hope to lighten your load.
Maltharon is my friend. We've been together for ages.
I see. A package deal. My mistake.
She looks back at him. Can you believe they would want to deceit you? I know. I would have thought they would as well. You can never tell, can you? I completely agree. She buries her head back under the snow.
They're like, why are they not running? Why didn't they run the first time?
And in a foreign accent, somewhat actually resembling British, I yell, "Run away!"
Is it worth me trying, or should we just continue on our way? I don't know if she speaks Dragonic.
She did say speak to one of her own kind, and that's Draconic.
Do you want me to attempt to have a conversation, or are we ready to go on our way?
We haven't learned anything. Why not?
Farewell in Draconic.
I go back in Draconin.
Okay.
Is this a her or a him?
The great dragon is a her. The frozen corpse is a him.
Ask her, how long has it been since you've been with your own kind?
I choose not to rest. They're about, little scamps. I have no use for them.
Why won't you rest?
Raise a clutch of eggs? At my age, I think not. They'll kill me in my sleep and steal the treasure. At least, if they're decent children.
A batch of eggs? Can we help you protect them?
Do you have snow in your ears, little one? I am ancient beyond time. I have no need to raise little eggs. She's a grandma, dude. She's not raising babies anytime soon.
Um,
I haven't heard anything. Just back to the group. I haven't heard anything that leads me to believe that there's any information to get from her. Mine is she's a grumpy old witch.
Ask her about Oral. If she knows when this winter's going to end. As nice as it might be for her.
Do you know when the winter's going to end?
Oral takes flight each night to ensure it does not. And I rather enjoy the weather. Don't you?
I actually
Little
do as
one.
well. I'm going to translate that back to the group.
What she
Anything else we want to...
Ask her what she knows of Oral. Ask her to also if she's going back to her horde, where was she traveling from?
What do you
Okay.
know of Oral?
So to answer the latter question, she's been stalking a herd of reindeer and had just eaten her fill and was on her way back.
Back to where?
She was traveling northwest, avoiding the cities of man to get back to her horde. Let's see here. I'm trying to figure out how much she would actually know about the situation. Let me see if I can pull this up.
Somebody who's older than dirt. Figured she might know something.
Yeah, I agree.
So do we know if she works with Oral or serves Oral or Oral would serve her?
Okay, so basically, without having to do the voice for the whole conversation, the ancient dragon knows that Oral is unhappy with the current state of things and wishes more than anything to be left alone. She believes that things that are frozen are beautiful, Oral does, and that's why she is continually keeping the world in a frozen state. She has
Just to make sure I heard you right, is that Oral that wants to be left alone, or the dragon that wants to be left alone?
Oral is unhappy and craves isolation. Each night she embarks upon a quest to keep the sun at bay.
What is Oral? Do we know Is it a humanoid? Is it a dragon? Do we know who?
She's a
Oral
goddess.
is?
She's a goddess of winter, so a minor god. She she's working hard to keep people away from another East city in the far north.
Did we see the frozen corpse act in any way, or would we?
No, it's completely frozen solid. Has not seen warmth for a long time. It's quite desiccated as well.
Interesting.
So via Zino's conversation, can we pose questions? Would that be reasonable?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so Oral wants to be left alone because a frozen world is a beautiful world. We get it. And to stay away from this nethery city in the far north. We know that there's an ancient people with an old technology there, exciting stuff. So I think the idea is that it's moving us in that direction. Out of character, it's moving us in that direction. We're going to ask more probing questions about this nethery city and that we heard about old ancient technology. And that why would that be, does she know why that would be fearful or harmful to Oral's purpose?
No. I can't even pronounce his name. Arveatres? Arvia Therese, the dragon, has no idea why anyone would care about the city. The only reason she knows very much about it at all is there was a party of wizards that came through not too long ago, and she scuffled with them a bit, but they started throwing around fire and she flew away.
Where did she encounter those wizards? And when?
It was a couple of weeks ago, and it was out north of Kerkonik.
So north of Kerkonig?
Yes.
Bob, could you share the 10 Towns map by chance? For some reason, I can't find it.
You're looking for the Icewind Dale map?
Icewind Dale, that's why. I was looking for 10 Towns. Thank you.
Sure.
North of Kerkonig. Okay. So out of character to the group, we're on our way to Tourmaline. We can continue up there, try and take care of that little mine quest. We also know that the dwarves of the valley, which would be due east from there, are having a problem. And then that would get us over to Kerkonig on the back end of that. So we might make a long way around trip. When we stop in Tourmaline, we need to send word back to East Haven or back to Goodmead just to make sure that things are correct. But what does everyone think of that trajectory?
Sounds great.
Yeah, that seems good.
We wouldn't be getting back to Targus, which is where we wanted to be, but it would check off more boxes for us, and it follows the storyline.
Yeah, there's that, and then also we've gotten our first kind of actual information about Oral, which maybe we can find something, and yeah, that's our first like sniff in the direction of the greater problem that's going on.
Yep.
You're proposing we go across the Dwarven Valley?
I'm proposing we stop in Tourmaline. We pursue our black cabin because that'll help us learn more about that Netherese technology. We stop in Tourmaline, take care of that mine, hit the black cabin, And then from there, unless that leads us somewhere else, we can cross the Dwarven Valley over to Caer Konig, because now we need to be north of there, is where this Netherese city is going to be. All right, so are we just continuing back to Tourmaline as the blizzard dissipates, or do we have anything else to do with our dragon friend?
Ask her if there's any possible way that creatures like us could help her.
No, other than giving her all of your gold, she doesn't have any use for you at all.
If we were to give her gold, would that curry favor for us with her later in life?
I
Depends
was
on how
just
much you
thinking that
have.
same thing.
If you
I
can
would
give
be
her
willing to share
1,000
with
gold, she might not kill you the next time she sees you.
Nope, don't have that much.
Yeah, I think we're really far apart on this. Sorry.
No, she once again suggests that you speak to the wizard on her back.
What?
Should we attempt to speak to the wizard on her back? Just to humor her?
Yeah, so I have a conversation with Mellothront. Does she answer in his voice?
It was a man, as evident by the long, flowing beard and swirly, wizard-looking robes that he's wearing.
Does he have a pack on his back?
He is wearing a pack on his side. Yes.
All right. So with Arveatrix's blessing, I'm gonna try and climb up and sit on the front portion, or stand upon the front portion of the saddle to talk directly to Mellothront. And I'm assuming, based on the scale of this picture, I could just jump straight there versus having to climb her. So I'm going to jump to that position and look back over my shoulder, and I'm going to roll perception just to see if I'm about to get nuked for doing this.
She's mostly ignoring you having a conversation with Zeno.
Yeah, I wanted to see what I could tell about the corpse with the medicine roll. Like how it died, or if it was alive or is alive.
So it's hard to tell from the cold, but it's probably been dead 50, 60 years. There's very little skin left.
Can I get advantage on that roll? Or actually, wait. I'm finally going to use my inspiration. Finally, it's gone. Try that again. So I can do better than 14. There we go. And I'm going to try and remove the pack carefully. I know there's ice in the way, but I'm pretty careful.
Okay. Fair enough. You pull away the leather pack. Its strap is brittle and so breaks pretty easily when tugged upon.
All right. And I'm going to hop back down in a rearward trajectory, like going under the wing and over the leg. That way I'm not going into the field of view as much. And yeah, I got a pack. I wave to the team. I'm heading over to the sleigh.
Okay. 1 second. Well, anybody have any other questions of the dragon or anything while I do this real quick?
Nope. I'm good.
I assume she wouldn't fly us over from Tourmaline to across the Dwarven Valley?
No, she has no time for you. She really wants to get home and make sure that no one has gotten into her treasure.
Said it was the northwest of here.
That's what she said.
Continue on. Go on into the city and warm up.
How can I spell here? What kind of spell?
As we didn't die. Digger really tried hard to get us to die, but we didn't die.
Okay. If you check your party sheet, it's got the contents of the pack.
No, wait. Just 1 second. I said I got a pack.
I didn't say that you didn't.
I didn't say I showed this to anybody. I just got a pack.
I think it would have been pretty trivial for people to see you getting the pack. Especially if they were nervous about what you were doing to the dragon. But we could do perception checks if we wanted to, but
No, I'm just gonna say that I found show everybody I found a spell book, a spell components pouch, and 5 giant sapphires.
okay.
I'm kidding.
That's awesome.
Houston.
Nah, I found 10.
Okay. Anybody have any interest in those things?
How would the spell book work? Is it like a wizard's
Where do
thing?
Yeah, if you open the spell book or the book description, should show you the spells.
Right, but only a wizard would be able to use those, right?
Mm-hmm.
I'll take that, assuming nobody else.
Where is
wants
this list of items?
Party sheet inventory. 3 people with the eye at the top right corner. Open the party sheet.
Ah, I gotcha.
And then if you click the little red dragon
Yeah, I
next
found
to
it.
the spell button, you can see the things. Yeah, I think Wither gets the stuff.
Cool. I don't have any specific interest other than sapphires are nice to look at.
Spell components, I assume, as well?
Yeah, won't hurt.
Okay.
Can we distribute those equally?
I don't know.
I'll just carry them all, and when we cash them in, I'll distribute them, or whatever.
And with permission, I'm going to include Gosgeth in here, because
Oh, okay.
It won't let me.
It's CH. Or,
What?
sorry, KHO. Oh, then. There you go.
Oh, okay. It won't let me. I thought maybe because he wasn't here. Got 4 left. After they're divided evenly, who gets those 4?
I'll let the other guys have them because I palmed some others, so I'm not going to show a lot of interest. I got mine. I'm happy.
I will arm wrestle Xyno for 1.
I'll take one.
Or use one, like make one into like the hilt of a weapon eventually. What size are they?
So that was my response to your. Are we arm wrestling for this?
Do it. Ah!
No fair. Still raging.
How many
They both
times
are.
have I told
So
you
is he.
never arm wrestle a Goliath? It's just not wise.
I won over the boots.
Yeah.
So Mark, Tillman, Sigger, Wither, I
Yep.
guess. So I don't know if somebody wants to try to evaluate the value of these, but these sapphires are cut. They are approximately the size of a quail's egg.
So they're worth several thousand platinum pieces each.
Those eggs aren't very large, right?
Would these be a?
No.
About as big at the end of your thumb.
Yeah.
Is that an insight?
No, insight is for reactions. I don't know if
I'll ask the dwarf.
Yeah, history maybe for me. I'm not sure.
You have stone cutting?
Yeah, I guess I do. I have dwarven stone cutting, which gives me proficiency for history checks regarding stone.
yeah, that works. History, sure.
So is that advantage or? No, I think it's extra proficiency. I don't know. Whatever.
Sure, give it a roll.
Let's do history and then we'll see if we have to add stuff. I think it should be another +2 maybe.
Okay, those are worth about 100 gold apiece.
Sweet.
Give or take the market.
Yeah. But on my next level, I'm taking distort value, so just hold on, fellas.
Okay, moving on up to Tourmaline.
Yes, please.
Clear my marker from here.
Let us step away. Was that stuff from the dead guy?
Yeah.
Yes, they pulled a pouch off of him. Phil pulled a pouch off of him.
The
Damn,
dragon's like lost it and was talking to a dead corpse. So we're all clear?
Yep.
Okay.
Okay, so Tourmaline. What was once a lakeside town is now an ice-side town. Well known for its fishing, currently ice fishing. It's also home to miners who harvest gemstones from a cavern complex set into a low hill north and east of the settlement. Their efforts are occasionally hampered by creatures from the Underdark that sometimes find their way up into the mine. Everyone here seems fairly friendly. What would you like to do?
So what's that building there, the east side?
Well, let's see. The Blue Clam is a tavern. The east side is an inn.
Inn, I'm sorry.
Yep.
Do we want to go to the Blue Clam, but maybe stop by Town Hall by way of, make an introduction, see if we can learn anything? Or do we just want to go to the gem mine straight off? Because we're getting close to time, so if we want to do anything there, we'd want to start.
I think we should just ask around. I think we have time to clear out the cabin full of goblins.
So Town Hall, or straight to the Clam? Town Hall it is. Go.
Yeah.
All right. So as you approach the town hall, you see a notice board. It says, "Wanted, sell swords for the mine." You can see where it is pinned to the board. Many other notices have been pinned and removed from that same point.
Sell swords for the mine. Where does it want you to inquire?
It doesn't say. It's just simply handwritten. Well, this is a frozen notice board outside of the town hall.
I think we should inquire within.
Yeah, I think the speaker there is Oris Matthew. Is that right?
That is right. Matthew. Matthew?
Matthew. Yeah. And what we know is he's a good person, but he's living in his mom's shadow. He took over for her when she passed.
Okay, so the town hall is warm and comfortable. The speaker is a grizzled-looking half-orc, bundled up tight, wearing a greatsword across his back. He waves at you in a friendly manner and says, "You seem entirely too prepared for trouble. Are you here about the mine?"
Absolutely. And the other reason we're here is to meet you. And I go into a long song and dance about who we are and all of our big boasts, and that I'm the speaker of good mead and yada, yada, yada.
Okay. Oris is jealous of your position in good mead and jokes about trading. Talks about how difficult it is to run a town outside of such a dangerous mine, and how expensive sell swords often are. Since you're one of the councilmen, he's glad to know that you'll treat him fairly in this exchange.
What's the going rate for the sellsword service? Say that 3 times fast. Yeah.
What is the going rate for the sellsword service? Well, the standing reward is 50 gold for anyone who can prove the mine is safe again.
50 per head. Is that correct?
No, it's just 50. Again, it happens all the time, and it's expensive, so they can't exactly shell out premium cash every time it happens.
I assure him that we'll take care of things and we'll speak again shortly.
Okay. He clasps your hands with a warm thank you. not necessarily greeting, but seals the deal, so to speak, and grins ear to ear with tusks glinting in the firelight.
So in town, would there be a jeweler or a market to exchange stones?
Yes, the market here would definitely buy and sell stones.
So group, if we have a limited amount of time remaining, does anyone mind if we kind of spend the afternoon running errands in the store, and next week we'll head to the mine to take care of that?
I like it.
I got a couple of side stores I'd like to stop in if they're available.
Sounds good.
That seems like a good choice.
So if I could go to that stone merchant, or Bob, if you just want me to talk to you about the exchange, I got some things I picked up along the way that
Okay.
I wouldn't mind cashing in.
Yeah, you can cash those out for gold or platinum.
Okay. So the stones that we just picked up,
They are worth 100 gold or 10 platinum apiece.
I don't think I have the right amount in my inventory.
Oh.
Five, right? Thought that someone would notice.
Yeah, that's weird. I only see 2. Huh. Okay. I wonder where they went.
Are you telling me I got robbed?
No. Yeah, they don't pay in flour here, but otherwise feel free to make your exchanges. Bag of flour.
What does that mean?
Hey, that's a great idea. Don't you shun me. Bob. Oh, never mind. There's a value on that one. It's okay.
Okay, so I assume you guys are going to head to the inn.
At the east side or the Blue Clan?
The east side.
Is there any other accessories or anything else we need to buy for the day or for our adventures?
What other shops are in town?
Any supplies you might need to go fishing or mining are available here.
Like dynamite?
No dynamite. Picks, lanterns, ropes, sacks, even the stuff you might need to build or repair a minecart. Mules, well, not mules, I guess axe beasts in this climate.
We'll buy a repair kit for our sled that sort of operate like a minecart.
Yeah, you can. You can get all the stuff you might need to repair it. Absolutely. So as you head to the east side, because it is getting pretty late, the innkeeper is a willowy teenager, a human, and she's always humming or singing a song to herself as she works. I think it's playing twice.
Well, she's just humming in rounds.
Ahead of winters when she came, the lovely woman with no name, draped in fair-lined cloak of red, to the icy lake she fled. The wind pursued her all the same, as sure as night she's still.
Anyway, any other business for tonight?
Very cool and creepy.
Ask her where
None
she
from me.
learned the song.
If
I asked her where
asked
she learned
about
the
the
song.
song, Marta recounts the following tale. 50 years ago, a mysterious woman in a fur-lined red cloak stopped at the east side on her way to Lonelywood. Because the woman was alone and frightened, the innkeepers, a pair of retired adventurers who happened to be Marta's grandparents, tried to console her. The woman gave them a ring as payment for their hospitality. Not long afterward, a howling wind burst into the inn and tossed the woman about like a rag doll. The innkeepers intervened, giving the woman time to escape. The evil wind battered Marta's grandparents unconscious before resuming its hunt. That was the last anyone saw of the woman.
Creepy.
Does she have? Is that ring still here?
She's actually wearing it on a chain around her neck.
Anybody have like a perception check on it? Who would do that?
Would we spend 10 minutes here in this room? I can cast Identify.
You have
I
to be holding the
I have to be
item.
touching it. Yeah, I
Yep.
do. Mm.
We ask her to hold the item and give him 10 minutes to meditate on it.
I will
I think I have to be-
persuade her to happily let him do it.
We're gonna. I got burn a spell slot since this should be a long rest, so I can cast it in 1 minute.
Okay. It be this.
I would learn its properties and how to use it.
Yeah, I'm trying to link it in the chat. There we go.
Oh, it is. So as I'm giving it back to her, I said, I don't suppose that's for sale.
No, sir.
Such fine workmanship. I just thought I had to ask.
Someday a hero will come who's going to put a stop to this winter. I'm saving it for her.
I mean, in fairness, if there's no winter, it doesn't have much value then, does it?
Who is this heroine that's going to come and stop the winter?
I don't know, sir. Someone will.
Well, don't you know that's us?
Is that what you're doing?
Slowly.
We'll be restoring all 4 seasons. It might take some time, but that's our goal. And I'm convincing.
Okay. I suppose you're definitely as good as any. You may keep the ring.
Why, thank you.
I will give her one of the sapphires and thanks.
Okay. She recognizes its value and is very grateful. She says you can stay here for free.
Oh, yeah.
Wasn't this her grandparents? I can't believe she gave that away so easy.
Well, a visitor gave it to
Oh,
her grandparents.
The visitor.
Yep.
That's
All right,
cool.
so who gets that?
A little small to fit on my fingers.
It's a magical ring, so it will automatically resize to its wearer's finger size.
Okay.
Is it magical? Does it need to go to wither? Does it have healing powers?
The most significant thing is it gives resistance to cold damage.
I would like to put that on my horn.
Don't care where you wear your rings as long as you only wear 2.
I'm not wearing any currently. Anyone mind if I snag it?
Yeah, I think eventually I get some sort of resistance to cold. I'm not sure when. So sure.
So you want to wear it as an earring?
No.
Going once, going twice.
Yeah, I'm good.
All right. Okay, and I think we'll call it there for tonight, guys.
Well, I was wrong. I gained resistance to fire damage.
That'll be useful.
Yeah, exactly. As a forged dwarf.
Thank you, everybody, for coming tonight. Thank you for everyone who's been watching the stream so far. And we'll see you next week.